Hello and welcome back to Surviving Mars. So in the last episode I replaced this former basic dome that was the research dome with this Trigon dome, which has now two Hawking Institutes, and I'm also building two network nodes to increase my science output even more. What I'm currently doing is I'm picking up electronics with this RC transport to build these two research buildings. Something else I need to do, I need to turn off all the solar panels. Not entirely certain how much power I'm currently generating. And of course, some of them still can run. Those that are in scrubber range. I'm currently producing 24 power during the night. That's because I use less power during the night, and funnily enough, I use more power during the day, losing energy, so I need to build another fusion reactor, and I already planned it out to build it like up here, maybe just like so. Not take all the electronics, I probably need them over here later, so that's all that I'm going to pick up from here. But I also need to repair this school, drones are already doing it, and build this school, drones are already doing that, which probably, this has an amplifier, oh, okay, interesting. So that also means that I need to, I'm going to build this scrubber here. And I want to build this carbonate processor. I need it to actually connect this fusion reactor to anything. But I am not anywhere close to being short on machine parts. There is actually some machine parts parked here. And once I noticed that there's machine parts up here. Oh, I completely forgot that I wanted to use those research sites, scan them. Still need more scientists, but that's fine. 20 actually. This dome has 12 unemployed, no, 10 unemployed and 2 resident slots, so that should be enough to... Actually, children in this dome. Still having too many children. Technically, 12 more scientists could be in this dome, and that should be enough. That's not enough to fill those research buildings. There's also three more medics missing, 3 more security officers missing. What I can do to reduce the amount of people that are currently being needed in this dome is, of course, I can set up. I will build another apartment, and then I probably need another security station, but that's fine. Missing half a machine part, okay, whatever. And some metal. Is there any metal close? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm still not storing enough power, and I'm actually using more power during the night now. Don't actually know what I did. Probably the research, yeah. Those two, yeah, they both need 40 power, so they'll need more scientists. This dome should have enough space to host all the scientists. This one does not. I could build, I could upgrade to service box to save on some of the workers, but what I'm probably going to do instead, at least for now, is going to have another apartment in this dome.
Wave approaching.
Because then more people can live here, and if it's still too many renegades, as it seems, I just build another security station, and then we should be fine. But it's not that much of a big deal. I think if there's some security stations, they reduce the severity of the crime from blowing up buildings to just stealing, and in this case they just steal food, so I don't care about this at all. Those two buildings are being built, carbonate processor and the fusion reactors, perfect. And to upgrade this to internal fusion as well. Then this scrubber should be working too, as soon as the carbonate processor is built.
Meteor incoming.
So, one meteor is aiming for one of my domes, but there should be a laser somewhere. There's the laser. Okay, excellent. Build subsurface heaters, so we're going to do this in a second. This one's upgraded, this one is not upgraded, yes. Now it's upgraded, excellent. I'm going down here. What I wanted to do was, I wanted to use one heater to heat these two buildings, these 3 domes here. And I think it has to be placed somewhere in this area, maybe here, maybe one tile further up. So let me quickly find the correct spot. I think that this is the correct tile to set up a new heater. Then I just need to extend it to 10 tiles. This would be in range. This dome here would be in range. This dome down here would be in range. And this one over here would also be in range. As long as I'm not certain where the center tiles were. So I'm going to reduce the surface area of the rocket to find out. And turn off the drone hubs real quick. Something is still servicing this one. Ah, this rocket. Okay, the center tile of this dome seems to be this tile to the top left. So that is okay-ish. And I don't care which one of these two tiles in the other dome are the center tiles. Both are fine and both seem to be in range. Oh, also funny story. Last episode I built a new drone hub over here. And it took me a while to find a place. And then when I was editing the footage I noticed, I have the autonomous drone hub upgrade, so I never needed to actually place this anywhere close into scrubber range or anything. There's no maintenance for drone hubs anymore. However, I just just remembered that I have this drone assembler running and not doing anything, so turning it off to build a heater here and extend its range so I can use all the resources on this transport. I need one piece of pipe here. Okay, now it's connected. Commanders come in here, so they can quickly build this new heater. And then I need another heater up here. Oh, I do have too much fuel. That is a good problem to have. I don't care too much if the scrubbers are in heater range, but I definitely care about this telescope and also the carbonate processors, because this is getting expensive during the cold wave. Subsurface heater was built, it's also obviously in range of the scrubbers. And then I go to this range and everything is in range, including, finally, this darn water tank over here that failed so many times. And this also means that I can destroy these heaters here. And this heater that will only disconnect this scrubber, so I need a cable connection. This heater is currently running for no reason, but I can turn it off. And also it needs 17.8 power, which is, I believe, probably more than the two heaters needed, but it only needs one water. Not entirely certain. There is a chance that I need not only another carbonate processor, but also another fusion reactor. But as I said, the Omega telescope should be in range of heating as well. And this dome, of course, because it needs 197 power. Okay, that's not tripled. It's only 20 that's tripled. Not that expensive. Only 20. Basic dome's 15. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Trigon domes are very cheap, actually. But this one needs to be heated. So I need another heater, and as I said, I think a heater would make sense to heat these 3 domes and the telescope, and then have another heater to heat the excavator, this carbonate processor, and this dome. It will also cover this dome, that's for sure. Here maybe. That's the 11 tiles to this carbonate processor. 11 tiles to this microdome, but only if the microdome center tile is not the lower left one. And this one is in range for sure. This one as well. If I build another carbonate processor somewhere here, place it here, would also not be in range. One tile too far away, unfortunately. Okay, I'm wondering which the center tile is. Okay, judging from this rocket range, the center tile of this dome seems to be the lower left one. Or the lower right one. There. Yeah, it's the lower left one. That's the one in heater range. Okay. This means that this heater needs to be turned to 12, I think, which is still entirely possible. Maximum is 15, so this would be 12. Still fine. So this is the correct spot. This carbonate processor is not in heater range. We might build something else up here and then maybe heat the stuff over here with a different heater. So for now we're just going to build this one. Bring the transport back. Where's the last machine part coming from? Yeah, from down here. Very helpful, as always. Okay, I said 11 tiles. This one is in range. Yes. This one seems to be in range. Excellent. This dome is not in range. Yes. Okay, so it needs to be 12. Then this dome is in range. This dome is obviously in range. These buildings are in range. This heater here can be removed. And being on 12 is very expensive, 25.6, but this means that I can, in fact, build another carbonate processor here. Like so. That is in scrubber range, and it is not in this heater range, okay. However, these buildings are all in heating range now, so we can go back down here. And now we only need to heat this Trigon Dome, the Omega Telescope, which is the building I was actually aiming for, and this Microdome, the center tile, the one with the antenna, center tile here. Once more, I got to check which one is the center tile of this dome, and it seems to be... So if this is maxed, this dome is not in range, but if I increase this range... Yeah, okay, it seems to be the top left. This tile here needs to be in the heater range, so the heater here has 4 tiles in this direction and 3 tiles in this direction, so if I place it 1 tile up, these 2 are in the same distance. However, this dome here is way too far away. The center tile is probably this one, where I can't go because of the passage ramp. Okay, I'm going to place the heater here instead. I'm not going to heat this microdome. This is only 15 power that I lose. That is fine. I can deal with this little power. I don't have to care about too much. Don't need this cable anymore anyways. And then I need to connect this subsurface heater to the grid, which is a bit more tricky than I would like it to be. I need to go over here, and then I have to connect like so. Drone hubs are turned off, all the drone hubs. This building has no metal again. Cold wave's about to start. I'm going to turn on all the heaters so my water doesn't freeze. Seems like they are all working. This one's not working yet because some drone like took some metal from the furthest depot it could find. Always the same one. Okay, this heater was built and I wanted to have this range, and then this went down to 80 and this went back to 20 where it's supposed to be, and can also produce some water here, which is fine. I'm currently losing some water, but it's not too much. We should be good. I'm losing a lot of power, which is becoming a problem. I'm going to turn on all the solar panels so we can store power during the day. Looks kind of cool. This building is heated, this building is not heated, so it's very expensive to run. Alright. Okay, only the default is tripled 50 and then the 20 is from the amplifying, it doesn't count. Okay, this cold wave is very long, 8 salts, and it's also the long winter story bit. So let's take a look at this. I think it prolongs the cold wave even longer. Okay, so this all power producers receive a free maintenance check. It doesn't really do anything for me because all my power producing buildings are in range of the tribal scrubbers, so I don't really have to care about this. Survivor traits, I don't really know if they do anything, but as far as I know, if I click this option, all the buildings will go into maintenance, and even if it's free, they need to be maintained by the drone, so that's just some drone workload I don't need, so I'm going to pick the survivor trait. Something that I completely forgot, now that I'm looking at this, I didn't send all these special colonists into this new Trigon Dome. Completely forgot about that I wanted to do this. There is also a new Saint. This building is still working very well, but I'm fairly certain that I have more alcoholic and lazy people. Anyways, let's see. You go here, more empath. That's not what I want to do. So they should all be here in a second. And then let's see if I find a religious person. This person is religious, so she's currently Blessed Saint +3 and empath 1, so this should go up in a moment. Is there any children in this dome? No. So yeah, it looks a lot like I need another senior dome, which is somewhat of an issue, but something I can manage, I'm fairly certain. I could add another one here, third one here, and then still another dome in this direction. Running low on food, from what I can tell. The next dome I build definitely needs to have a farm. I mean, there is food here, and there's a lot of food in this farm here. Drones can pick it up and store it there. Okay, everyone's in this dome now. Core heat convector was researched. Something's not working. I guess because they moved up here. Not sure though. So this person now has 100 morale as expected, 5 empaths and 4 saints, so that's good. I wanted to see if there's... The colony probably still has, this would be surprising if not, a lot of flaws that can be removed, like alcoholics, and chronic condition that can also be removed. I don't mind if anyone has a chronic condition, because all it will do, some of them even have the fit perk, all it will do is that those people visit the infirmary, but they do visit the infirmary anyways. Gambler, because that's like super annoying trait. And a lot of them actually have it. And loner can't be removed. Melancholic is not really important. Idiot can't be removed. Hypochondriac cannot be removed as far as I know. Yeah. Cannot. So this dome should have a filter for flaws, alcoholic, chronic condition. Gambler for sure. Glutton can be removed. That is actually somewhat helpful. Lazy can be removed. This is very important. Glutton not that much. The only question is, do people leave this dome? Yes, apparently they leave this dome to find a job somewhere else. Some idiot broke this diner, but it's fine. I do have more than enough conflict. Machine part factory is not working again because it doesn't have any metal. There's metal here, but drones are still too slow. Not enough drones in this drone hub. Going to build another 10 drones. Okay, this is kind of interesting. This looks like it's heated, but it's out of the heating range. Let me... It says cold terrain, but if I build it here, it does not say cold terrain. What would happen if I built this like here? This building is definitely in scrubber range, but it's not in heating range. Okay, this is the second story bit. As far as I know, yes. The cold wave is 4 more souls now, so it brings it up to 11 souls, which is quite a lot. I can get 500 million, but money is mostly meaningless. Subsurface heaters are also meaningless. I think I'm going to take the dome water and power consumption. Not that it really matters, but it's still probably the best choice. Water consumption is for sure. Dome power consumption is not that important because all my domes except for this one is heated and this one's also not heated. Still doesn't look like I'm burning enough waste rock. There's still a lot accumulating, even with 2 of the carbonate processors. Kind of confusingly, this one should be in range of the... I think this one is not in range of the Trivoracic scrubber. If this is true, I need to move it 1 tile to the right, so I'm not going to build this carbonate processor, but I'm going to build it like here, and it still looks to be in the heated area, but it is in scrubber range. This is this rotating tile, but it is not in heating range, so we're going to see what's happening once it's finished. Interesting. Treat 50 colonists in the sanatorium. I need 8 more metal. Building was destroyed. Not helpful. This dome definitely needs another security station now.
No active research.
Okay,
Research
holographic scanning was
complete.
finished. I don't really need this. Oh, this is actually not an upgrade. I thought it was an upgrade for the infirmaries, but it's not. Okay, next. Yeah, I don't really have much stuff to research anymore. There is 1 billion, okay, whatever. There's tourists that I can't bring anyways. There's melting the polar ice cap. The compact hangars makes sense. At some point, maybe. Decorations have increased service performance. I don't think I have any decorations built. Whatever. Yeah, this carbonate processor is definitely out of range. Damn it, I messed it up. Have to move the fusion reactor to the right and carbonate processor as well. 1 tile. Okay, this one's finally being built. It seems to be in the heated area. Okay, another public service announcement. If you have a subsurface heater and the range is large enough, the set range, the hexagon of the heating range actually becomes a circle, and buildings that are outside of the hexagon but in the visually heated area quite apparently still benefit from the subsurface heater, because this carbonate processor is supposedly out of the range of this heater. Clearly, this is the tile, this is the center tile. Not in range, in range of this scrubber, but not of this heater. But yet, this building only needs 50 power, as this building needs 70, but that's because of the amplify. And this building needs 170, which is triple. Interesting, didn't know that. Okay, let's see what I have to do. I'm going to remove these cables. I have to remove this one, this fusion reactor, and this carbonate processor. That is like super annoying. Clear this one, clear this one. Long winter, that's the second follow-up. Apparently there are some people being on edge. I can choose to have colonists take less sanity damage from disasters, but they don't take any because I have Martian Bond strength. I can have medical buildings restore sanity, or I can have spaceballs and Candido restore sanity. So I'm obviously going for the let's party, using the spacebar for everything. Why are you destroyed? Oh no, I know why you're destroyed. Idiot. Okay, that is a problem because it is still not in range. But I can place it like this. In this rotation, and now it's definitely in range. It's also in heater range. But that's fine, and then I need a new fusion reactor that I can just place simply here. Yeah, this one's still 70. It is in heating range, although it's not actually in heating range. Also, we reached a point where we now have decay of atmosphere, and currently we're producing 0.68 atmosphere per sol, and we're losing 0.08. So atmosphere is still going up. I don't have any polymer up here anymore. Okay, that's fine too. There's enough polymer here. Fairly certain. Yeah, we're building drones. All the drones are built. Excellent. 10 more prefabs. Going to throw some in here. Maybe 20 drones are enough to finally build this metal depot over here. Upgrading to eternal fusion once again. Okay, bringing machine parts and polymer to build this carbonate processor and upgrade both these buildings, and then we should be fine. Yeah, this is not a big deal overall. Once again, both the machine part depots are built, so I have to build a new one. And this carbonate processor is not yet stacked with waste rocks. Okay, we're back to where we were before, but this time everything is in range of this scrubber and this heater. Okay, China wants to scan one of the anomalies. That is something I'm not going to let happen. There's some food dropped here for whatever reason. China wants to scan resources any, so we are going to send this rocket to this expedition, Crossroads, and it's mine. Do have more than enough to do anyway. Definitely needs more scientists, officers, engineers apparently too. Don't know why though. These buildings don't need engineers. This one doesn't. Oh, this one that needs no.
Anomaly analyzed.
Why do I need engineers? Annoying. I was not aware.
Research complete.
Okay, we can now melt the polar ice cap. This rocket's coming back with polymer, and here as always. China wants to scan another anomaly, okay. Going to let it again, of course. Oh, there's still a lot of fuel stored here. Oh, geez. Okay, I need to use some fuel, I guess. This rocket is ready. Solar panels are about to die. Don't like that. I think I can manage without them. Maybe not. 325, quite a lot. I should get another fusion reactor or build some solar panels, because I could just build solar panels here in this area. Just got the metal to do it. Because quite literally, with all the renegades in this dome, I don't really want them to blow up fusion reactor. Although I never seen them blow up any building that's outside of the dome, so maybe they don't do that. However, if I build another fusion reactor, it should be out of range of the heater, because this is better if I build water tanks and moisture vaporators here. Yeah, that's not good. I need more power production here. However, I'm going to end this episode for now, so see you next time when I'm going to fix my power problem.